Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. Jill Scott is a vocalist, musician, writer, and entertainer who has a total asset of $8 million. Scott's transient ascent to acclaim started with her presentation collection in 2000, Who's Jill Scott? Words and Sounds, Volume 1. This collection wasn't simply an introduction, it was a statement, a declaration of her appearance on the music scene following this win. Scott kept on astonishing crowds with her resulting collections, Perfectly Human Words and Sounds Volume 2 and the Genuine Article Words and Sounds Volume 3. Every collection was a part of the account of Scott's advancement as a craftsman, each note a brushstroke in the magnum opus of her vocation, yet Scott's gifts aren't restricted to the domain of only music. She's likewise graced the silver screen with her presence showing up in a slew of movies, including Dog Canine, Why Did I Get Hitched and Get On Up? Furthermore, she's influenced TV with jobs in series like the #1 most recent criminal investigator organization and Dark Lightning through her assorted cluster of gifts. Jill Scott has cut out a space for herself in the chronicles of amusement history, leaving a permanent imprint for a long time into the future. Jill Heather Scott, brought into the world on April 4, 1972, in the energetic city of Philadelphia, has a youth saturated with affection and affectionate memories brought up as a lone kid in North Philadelphia by her committed mother Joyce Scott and her grandma. Jill reminisces about her childhood with warmth, depicting herself as an exceptionally cherished kid with her familial roots. Follow back to the Jola individuals of Guinea-Bissau, lending profundity to her social legacy. Growing up inside the Jehovah's Witness people group, Jill's initial years were molded with conviction, what's more, family values. In the wake of moving on from Philadelphia Secondary School for Young Ladies, she set out on an excursion of higher instruction at Sanctuary College, all while shuffling the requests of 2 positions at first and seeking to turn into a high school English instructor. Jill's way took a turn when her encounters as a showing aide left her baffled with the calling, in spite of devoting 3 years to her investigations. Jill made the intense choice to leave from college, preparing for her exceptional venture into the domain of music verse. Furthermore, acting Jill Scott's excursion into the spotlight started as a verbally expressed word, craftsman gracing live verse readings with her hypnotizing exhibitions. It was here that her ability grabbed the eye of, in all honesty, Amir Mission Love Thompson of the Roots, a vital second that would shape the direction of her vocation. Mission Love's encouragement to team up in the studio denoted the beginning of an organization that would prove to be fruitful in the type of spirit blending. Him, You Got Me, the tune co-composed by Scott, launches her into the spotlight, acquiring her acknowledgement close by Erykah Badu and The Roots, who held a Grammy grant for Best Rap Execution by a couple or then again bunch in 2000. Scott's rise as a craftsman by her own doing was solidified when she appeared as the unique vocalist of You Got Me during The Roots' energizing live exhibitions. Coordinated efforts with famous craftsmen like Benet, Will Smith, and Normal further hardened Scott's presence in the music business, while her introduction to the Broadway melodic Lease extended her creative skylines as the leader craftsman of Steve Mick's secret Oceanside account. Scott divulged her presentation collection, Who is Jill Scott? Words and Sounds Volume 1 in 2000, earning consideration and outlines accomplishment with the deep single A Long Stroll, notwithstanding barely passing up a Grammy win for Best Female Vocal Execution in 2003. Scott's ability has shown splendid, procuring her the sought-after honor for Best Metropolitan Elective R&B Execution in 2005. Enter my thoughts with the arrival of her second full-length collection, Delightfully Human Words and Sounds, Volume 2 out of 2004. Jill Scott set her status as a considerable power in the domain of music, enthralling crowds with her profound songs and piercing verses. Jill Scott's creative excursion rises above the limits of music, stretching out into the domain of verse with the arrival of her assortment Minutes and Hours in April 2005, distributed by St. Martin's Press. This compilation offers perusers a brief look into the profound profundities of Scott's idyllic ability the next year. Scott's cooperation with jazz legends George Benson and Aljo on the immortal Exemplary God, Favor the Youngster, procured her a second Grammy grant for Best Conventional R&B Vocal Execution at the 2007 Grammy Awards, a demonstration of her perseverance through influence on the music scene further exhibiting her flexibility. Scott loaned her unmistakable vocals to Lupe Disaster's Grammy-winning single Fantasizing in 2006, cementing her status as a star after cooperation in the business, and fully expecting her next studio collection. The Genuine Article Words and Sounds Volume 3 Scott enticed fans with a gathering collection named Joint Efforts in January 2007, a sample of what was to come. The exceptionally expected collection delivered on September 25, 2007, was gone before by the lead single Disdain on Me, joined by an enamoring music video preceding its official delivery. Stowed away, Oceanside Records prodded fans with an enticing 17-minute collection sampler, giving private experiences into the motivations behind Scott's genuine arrangements in 2008. Scott offered crowds her second live collection, Live in Paris, catching the jolting energy of her huge, delightful visit across Europe with the incorporation of tracks from the Genuine Article Words and Sounds Volume 3, as well as the profound single, At Whatever Point You're Around, highlighting George Duke. Scott's live collection filled in as a demonstration of her perseverance in reverberation with crowds overall in mid-2010. Jill Scott got herself entangled in official procedures with Secret Oceanside Records, her previous label, after she left halfway through a 6-collection contract. The aftermath of this flight brought about Scott having to pay a great many dollars in penalties to the mark. Stowed away, Oceanside Records pioneer Steve McKeever declared that he played an essential job in sending off Scott's profession, furthermore, supporting her into a Grammy-winning craftsman. He guaranteed their proficient relationship, which crossed more than 10 years and finished unexpectedly in October anyway. Scott challenged these claims to alleviate the misfortunes brought about by Scott's takeoff. Stowed away, Oceanside Records formulated an arrangement to deliver a few gathering collections highlighting already unreleased material from Scott. The primary portion in this series, the first Jill Scott from the Vault Volume 1, was at first named just prior to sunrise anyway. At Scott's solicitation, its delivery was deferred to forestall disarray among fans, particularly with the unavoidable arrival of her new studio collection, The Illumination of the Sun. This collection denoted a huge achievement in Scott's vocation, as it was delivered under her new dispersion manager Warner Siblings, endorsed in mid-2011. The arrangement conceded Scott direct command over her promotion, furthermore, advancement endeavors with her music being delivered under the blues mark. Darling Records. Moreover, Scott organized a multi-visit live country to grow her show, visiting The Illumination of the Sun. Creation in 2010, with Scott offering fans a review of the music during her 18-city setting visit and featuring a visit close by R&B artist Maxwell. The recording meetings for the collection, helmed by Chief Maker Junior Hudson, occurred across different studios, including Ninth Road Studios, Fever Recording Studios, and the Town Studios, among others, gloating joint efforts with Anthony Hamilton, Eve Doge, E-Nu, and Paul Wall. The Illumination of the Sun was delivered on June 21, 2011. Its presentation was met with reverberating accomplishment as it secured the main right on target. The U.S. announcement, 200 diagrams, sold 135,000 duplicates in its most memorable week, denoting Scott's most memorable #1 introduction on the diagram. The collection's limited-time endeavors were diverse, with Scott participating in interviews, delivering select substance by means of iTunes LP, and leaving on the mid-year neighborhood kegger visit supported by Budweiser's Superfest, the visit feature including opening demonstration Anthony Hamilton, an unbelievable gathering. Mint condition was a huge hit, selling out scenes. Cross-country Scott's fastidious advancement endeavors paid off, procuring her 4 NAACP picture grants, including a remarkable female craftsman and a remarkable collection of the year for the Light of the Sun in 2015. Jill Scott disclosed her 5th studio collection, Lady, denoting a critical achievement in her renowned lifetime during an entrancing execution at the Substance celebration. Scott alluded to her arrangements to deliver a collection of mitigating lullabies, lighting expectations among her committed fan base. Lady likewise held the differentiation of being Scott's debut discharge under Atlantic Records, meaning a new section in her melodic excursion. The collection made a determined introduction, soaring to the highest point of the announcement 200 collections graph with an amazing 58,000 duplicates sold in its debut week. Quick forward to May 9, 2020, when Jill Scott and Erykah Badu impacted the world forever by taking part in the very first live-streamed fight between ladies. This fantastic occasion, facilitated on Instagram, saw the two notable craftsmen take part in a 3-hour standoff, getting viewers a hypnotizing exhibit of their hits and melodies they had prospected craftsmen. The fight was drawn in a stunning crowd of over 700,000 viewers, including illuminating presences like Michelle Obama and Spike Lee. Quincy Jones and Janet Jackson highlight the significant effect of Scott and Badu's melodic heritages, film and TV. Thanks for watching this video.